Huh? Gosh, dang.
Sounds like you guys got some good outside work today with the kicking game.
We
How
did.
valuable was that?
We're talking about the weather situation we had today. So obviously, I've learned that from golfers. Talking about golfers always talk about if you get, a rainy day, get out there and play. And so, any sort of weather we get, you can't be like, well, we'd like to work in the wind, but we don't have a wind machine. So today we had we had moisture, we had real high winds. It was probably a little harder on them because we did it on the practice field, so there's no stadium blocking the stuff. But today we did everything. We did kickoffs into that wind and into that cold and into the snow, and then we did punts into it. Anybody can do it with it. So all those, and then we kicked field goals and extra points with it too. So it was a good challenge for them. It was a good mental challenge for them like that. And every opportunity we get with weather, we're always going to use it to be able to get out and get that done. Guys handled it really well. They're excited about doing it, so we got good work with it.
You've got a lot of position battles to kind of figure out, I suppose, in camp. I'd like to start with the returners. Who are you working there, and what have you seen from maybe some of those players and your return units as a whole?
Sure, I've been very happy with them, but in the punt return game, one of the pluses is that we've added two people. When Trey Palmer, who's done it live, at LSU, and obviously I was with him at LSU, so I know him very well. And then so that was a big plus for us. Then Tommy Hill's he's a natural at it. He's been doing a great job with us there. And then also I challenged Brody Belt really hard. Brody had an okay year with it last year, and I felt it could be better in some spots, and so I really challenged him. Brody's a really good player. He's a natural punt returner. He's a natural kick returner also, and an off returner. So he's done a really good job, in that phase for us right there. So I really like where those three guys are at. We have a lot of youth there also with Grimes is doing a nice job for us at those spots. So a lot of guys are getting reps right now to be able to get it done. And then in the kickoff phase right there, in the return phase, the off returner is probably the most important guy. And Winemaster has done an unbelievable job at that. He's done a really good job of being smart. So we've done a lot of work on that phase already.
Why is that position so important?
He's got to make critical blocks on who's hot. He's got to be able to understand. And his job is to put his face on somebody. He's a pulling guard, is what he is like. He's not back there to lead up and not block anybody. He's going to have someone. He's got to make fast decisions. We're going to always protect that guy. So a lot of decisions. We've worked the punt return game heavily individual wise. We haven't worked very much team wise in that phase of it right now. But kickoff return is fully installed.
What's impressed you about Buschini so far, whether it be technique or just personality so far?
The couple things, with Brian, with Buschini, is that he's done it at an elite level. He was the kicker of the year last year at FCS, so that's very impressive. So he's done this. His makeup is very good to be able to handle those situations. So very impressive just how he has a great routine. We give him a routine with what he has to be able to get done, and he attacks it with great diligence. Give you an example for spring break. His spring break was going with his former punting coach and flew down to be able to go see him and work with him. So that's pretty impressive to be able to get that done. But he's got a very good even demeanor, which you have to have like that because not every punt's perfect, not every kick's perfect. So you got to be able to have a short memory, but also a good demeanor on how you handle things right there. And he's done a great job with that so far. So very impressed with his work ethic.
I feel like the two of you could have some interesting conversations. He's pretty dynamic as a communicator, and so are you. What is your back and forth been like?
I don't know what's dynamic. What do I do that's dynamic? Do you have any example at all?
You got a personality.
Brian is very fun to work with right there. We have a great group right now. We really do, and we have a couple guys. We can't speak on everybody that's not here right now, but we have some guys coming in. But Brian is a lot of fun to talk to. He has a lot of energy with what he's doing, and so I do enjoy being around him. He really is. He's a very grounded young man. He was married. He has a house here, those things like that. So he's all focused on what he's going to do in school, what he's going to do with punting here, and so very excited to have him around like that. But yeah, we have a lot of fun. We have a good group for us right there. I'm sure sometimes they don't think I'm a lot of fun with them because I like things to go the right way a lot. So I'm kind of a fan of things going well.
And they said you can get fiery when things don't go the right way. Is that different from maybe what they've experienced?
I don't know if that's different from what they've been experienced like that, but we're all football players. We all wear helmets and shoulder pads and stuff. So the whole thing about the kickers, punters, and snappers, and touch, just be real cautious with them and stuff right there. There's a time for that, like that. There's also sometimes right there that their job's to do this, and so do it, and they're going to get coached. There's a difference between being coached hard or being instructed than there is in yelling and so like that. So every time we're talking instruction of what it is, what has to get better in that phase for us. Because it's, for those guys, it's fourth down every time. They only play on fourth downs. And so that's a dicey situation for them like that. There's not a lot of do-overs. You throw an incomplete pass on 2nd and 10, it's just 3rd and 10. You have a chance yet. But you don't get a double down like, hey, I missed it. Give me one more shot at that. I'll get it this time. So everything's fourth down. So I put a 4th and 1 mentality in them every day.
Challenging. Who are the punters here in spring?
Grant Detleson's doing a nice job for us, and then Jacob Holt transferred in from Nebraska Wesleyan. Both of them are doing a very good job. Grant's been here with us, and so he understands the regimen of what it be to be a Division I football player, and Jacob's doing a nice job with that also. So those guys are getting reps all the time. Need a little bit more consistency with them. They'll have some punts that are wows. And so we have to be, you got to just be, it's a lot like golf. It's like that guy down the fairway. So we're looking for 42, 43 yards with hang time. That's great. We love fair catches. That's our job. I tell you, it's a punter-gunner game. Gunners are the outside two guys. I want hang time. I want the ball controlled, because anytime as a special teams coach, if I'm coaching someone that's bombing balls, I can't wait to get a return on you, because we're going to catch the ball with about 25 yards of space. And so you want to be able to get the net is what you want to be able to get done. If you average in that area, you're going to be top 5 in the country.
Coach, what makes a good punt gunner? I know Marcus Buford last year did really well, but just
did a nice job.
To you, what makes a really good punt?
Well, first thing I always look for offensive guys first, because they're natural releasers. On wide receivers are natural on doing those things right there. Running backs don't have quite the release work, but they do. So it's a whole different game. It's radical release, and it's incredible speed down the field. Our number one job is to be able to control the ball in some fashion to where it's going, and we want to be able to force fair catches. And if they're going to single us, it has to be a win with the gunners. And if they're going to double us, they're going to be light in the box, and then we have to do a great job of beating the double team for us. And then also now when the guards tackles, now they have to show up into that phase. But we show them a lot of clips like that. If you're a real dude and they double you, it's legal to beat them. I check the NCAA rules. You can do that like that. So we got a lot of film of great reps of guys beating them like that. So I want a guy that's like when they double them, they're like this. I was praying they double me. Watch this. I'm gonna embarrass these two guys. That's the kind of mentality, instead of being like, they're doubling me. Yeah, that happens.
Do you have a specific player that you show film of?
We didn't have a specific guy at that, but we were very impressed with honestly, I don't have their names. We had several NFL guys that we showed this year that did a tremendous job. The guys for the Texans were really good at it, the 49ers. So we've showed them several clips of film of what the effort is and what the technique is to be able to win at that position. Now we'll show them bad reps too. We'll show them what the difference is in that area.
What makes Tommy Hill a natural as a returner?
The one thing about punt returner is, so you walk into the room and it's first day of meeting any sort of that. You're like, who wants to return kickoffs? And 30 guys put their hand up like that, because they catch the ball and the guy's 30 yards away from them. Who wants to be a punt returner like that? There's like 3 guys. It's like, so I said that before to the media. My favorite people in the world, obviously, is my wife, my daughters, and a punt returner. Because that's a man's job, to stand back there with your chin up in the air and the wind blowing. And if they're within 1 yard, they can take a free shot at you. So that's a real dude. And so I just look for how natural they are at catching the ball, like that, how well they can just adjust. They just have an idea. You really don't make a great center fielder either. That guy just sees the ball off the bat, boom, runs over there and catches it. That's what you look for first, is the ability to track the ball and to be able to have a good feel for that, and then how they catch it naturally like that, and then how fast they can get started back up the field like that. So it's all about making someone miss. There's never, maybe not never, but in general, a great punt return, there's never going to be one. It's like, man, we just blocked everybody and ran for 40 yards. It's going to be, no, we got him started, he made someone miss, and we had great effort down the field.
How's the decision-making been between fair catching it and returning it so far?
It's been good. Like I said, we've worked mostly individual stuff with it. I haven't worked as much with the team stuff with it. So I've been around people that talk about, we're not going to fair catch anything. We're going to return everything. In my opinion, that's dumb. It's just like poker. You don't go all in on every hand. So it's like, if there's a ball that's kicked with great hang time, it's a 4-2 hang time, and it's a 37-yard kick, there's nowhere to go. We just want to secure the ball. It's like that. So I tell them, after every punt return or every kickoff return, there's going to be 2 signals by the referee. It's either going to be touchdown Nebraska or first down Nebraska. That's it. We're going to possess the ball is our number one thing we have to have happen. Before we even worry about returns, possess the ball. If we have the ball, we can score. If we don't have the ball, we can't. So we talk about that real heavily at that. But the decision making is used all the time. So we'll work on whether it be backed up, different decisions where they have to retreat and catch balls, come forward and catch balls, side to side. That whole repertoire will be in there.
When you were here last year, that was a circus. Return last year, wasn't it?
Was that, obviously it didn't go as well as we want to, and I'm not trying to ditch anything with it. But like I said, like I said, with that, I wasn't involved in that phase of things because I couldn't be on the field, obviously. But right now, like I said before, man, we're going forward. We're all about where we're at right now. So we got good guys working really hard, so it's impressive.
Anything else?
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I think there's a position for, no, the station